People always ask, how is it that a firefighter runs into a burning building when everybody else is running out? Courage is the answer.
I was a firefighter, I was an engineer, I was a lieutenant, so I went through the ranks and learned every position within the fire department. I think the professional accomplishment that I'm most proud of is seeing the people that I've had an impact on develop. And what I mean is developing the future leaders of this department. And I see a lot of the people that have become part of the management team, people that are out there in the field working, that we're able to have an impact on them. You know, you always try to leave things a little bit better than when you got there. With the people that are out there, I can honestly say if I left today, we would be in a better situation than when I got here. And that's the thing I'm most proud of. I wasn't a great student. In fact, when I first went to Miami-Dade, I didn't have a lot of the skills that I needed to succeed. And that's what Miami-Dade gave to me. So Miami-Dade not only was my foundation at the time, it gave me the skills that I needed to succeed. Sonia is my life. You know, that's my love. That's my wife, the mother of my kids, my first son, his name is Jonah. My next child, which is Katia, and that leads me to my youngest son, Noah. They mean everything. They are my inspiration now, along with a lot of other people, but they inspire me to keep going when things are not looking so good, and I know that when I get home, everything will be all right, because at home I'm just puppy.
Learn about the life, about the choices, about the integrity of a dedicated cop who knows it's a matter of pride.
I took an accounting job shortly after graduating. I spent about 3 weeks in that job, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. My older brother was already with the Miami-Dade Police Department and invited me to go out for a ride-along one night. It gave me an adrenaline rush like I'd never had in my life, and I thought that this is something that I would really enjoy doing, and the rest is history. To have been able to save lives, to have been able to change and alter the course of people's lives. Without sounding corny, to have someone recognize almost 34 years of hard work and to be in the Miami-Dade Hall of Fame is without a doubt my greatest accomplishment. Well, Miami-Dade College did two great things for me. Number one, it provided me with that additional education that gave me more insight when I actually became a young officer. But at the same time, as you're well aware, Miami-Dade College is also where we have our police academy. So after I graduated Miami-Dade South, I went to Miami-Dade North to the police academy, where I gained even more knowledge. My daughter's the greatest thing in my life. My oldest one, Danielle, my middle one, Kristen, and now the newborn, Madison. I can tell you that having 3 girls in my life has been my inspiration. If I could go to the next life with that, and my daughters could look at me and say, "That's my dad,"
And while I was a broker, I went to a sales conference and I was forced to play golf. I was told that I had to smooth a client. This is one that we're trying to get on board. We're trying to bring him on as a rep. You need to get to know him and play golf with him. And I fell in love with it. I'm like, when I get back home, I gotta learn to play this game. I'm also a first tee life skills coach. It makes golf accessible to kids who otherwise would not be interested in the sport. When I first started, I had a young man that came in, a handsome young man, about 6'2", played football, and he came in with just such an attitude. And I know it. I'm like, okay, I can see right now that we're gonna go to blows. And then when I started talking to him, and he told me that I just got a bad attitude and I got a bad temper, and it doesn't matter, I don't want to be here anyway, I'm going to jail. So right then I knew I had a job to do to make him realize that it's a choice. And once I got him on the golf course, I knew I had him, because now he knows that I care. So I was able to talk to him about making better decisions. And he did, and he ended up graduating from high school. So when I get these kids, if I can just get one thing, put one thing in their mind that down the road, it may be a crucial moment, that they can remember something that I told them that'll save their life. I got so much support at Miami-Dade, but I would really like to thank Bruce Davis. I cannot tell you enough or give him enough accolades for helping me become the person that I am today. And I just hope that my parents are somewhere and that they are proud of the work that I've done. I went to a lot of funerals when I was coming up. Young men being shot, women being shot. So I'm like, all right, might as well go to college, can't work. Parents gonna kick me out. And there, I grew leaps and bounds. Not only did I grow 3 inches, but I grew in character at Miami-Dade.
I came to work, it was at Keys Community Hospital. I started out as a nursing assistant when I was a student at Miami-Dade. As the Chief Nursing Officer, I am responsible for all of the nursing care that's delivered within Mariners Hospital, the quality. I think is moving into this hospital, and we were moved from an older building, and the first day we moved here we had 100 patients in our emergency room when we normally have 20, and we treated them just like we would if we only had 20. We gave them quality care, and being able to have the staff move here and continuing our patient care at the same time. It gave me an opportunity to become a nurse, be the very best we could be for our patients, to look at our critical thinking skills. It gave me the basics and the foundation to pursue my career. My parents, neither one of them had graduated from high school because it was the war and it was the Depression, but they encouraged each of us to do the very best we could do. They insisted we all graduate from high school. They hoped that we would all have a college education. And even though they didn't have a lot of money to help us pursue our careers as we developed as adults, they always encouraged us. If they didn't have enough money for themselves, they would give it to us for food. If we needed when we were in school, they'd help us buy our books. So they were a good example.